imagine just for a moment that you sit in a room every day saying the same thing, but to only be wrong all of the time? A place where your only objective is to convince people they are in the wrong stock. Why would someone do this every day and for tens of thousands of times? Welcome to the world of stock bashers, or shall we say manipulators. When a potential investor comes into a stock chat room, they are looking for some information, some insight to what is going on around this stock. Do they really know what they have gotten into? It is quite doubtful, as they are going to be taken into the group who will greet them with open arms, usually to take them into a direction they wish to control. If we look at the groups, the people who post every day, do you really think they are there to help you? Why would you not trust the group moderator? They are the ones to make sure the conversations are not abusive and for the chat room to be open and free. But what happens when the moderator controls the narrative and removes content to control even more? Let us look into some of these chat rooms on the stock AABB Asia Broadband. On iHub, there is a moderator who is named of Get Real. We have seen hundreds and hundreds of comments made in this AABB stock chat that have been removed after a comment was made because it was a reply to a false statements with factual data. When a comment is made by Get Real that is not factual, a person in the group posts a factual piece of data, then it is only to be removed to keep the non-factual narrative going. The Get Real moderator has an accomplice, another moderator, Huggy Bear. Yes, I know these names are humorous, and we shall address that later as well. Huggy Bear and Get Real keep the narrative in a control they wish to see by taking any comment made and just simply giving a counter of the opposite view. While this is a standard of any argument, when the facts are incorrect, this is where the problem gets exemplified. The conversation sometimes will be so outside of what is factual, it starts to create doubt by some. It becomes a psychological burden to hear the outlandish comments. They say these comments enough some think, could this be true? Now, the moderators are in total control. They control the narrative and they control the psychological atmosphere of the chat room. How is this not a form of manipulation? They seem to think they are helping everyone by doing them a service. If they are posting all day, every day, how do they make a living? This is where you must understand what these forums are all about. I am not sure it's for your welfare. Then we have what we call a crossover basher. This one we have found is Stockwork Orange. This name is found on iHub, StockTwits, and X platform. You will find the position they take is to support the narrative of Get Real and Huggy Bear on the iHub platform and part of a group on StockTwits with a network of actors there as well. Ricardo Chupala, 69, Only Time Will Tell 888, and host of others. Usually in a derogatory personal attack to a person or group, Stockwork Orange has a persona of disdain for anyone who challenges his counterclaims, which are counter to a factual piece of data. Stockwork Orange has to continually strike a counter to get an engagement. The comments usually come in some form of personal attack, taunting, or any counterclaim to a document presented by factual data. So when you look at the overall presence of this Stockwork Orange, what part of this is to be taken seriously? What part of this leads to a community where people gather to share information? Why does the forum community managers allow this behavior? We have found this behavior violates every rule in the guidelines they have set forth. The platform managers ask you just block them so you cannot see them, but what is to happen to all the new potential investors? It is like all of the bashers are waiting at the front door to tell them how bad it is. So this is normal behavior? This is not a form of control. I think you will need to decide by the data we present. We see this pattern continue every single day, and the amount of posts are just incredible. They have tens of thousands of negative posts just on Asia broadband stock. When you zoom out and look at the overall construct, you see the picture quite well. Nobody goes through this much trouble unless something is on the line. We have seen outlandish claims such as The CEO of AABB is an actor. The company is fake. Don't trust anything in a press release. They are all lies. And the position that the entire company is a scam. This is a lot to digest, I know, but in a world where investors get all of their information from press releases and disclosures, they just hit the 180-degree button and flip the narrative. So the big question is, why? What is the purpose of the orchestrated attacking? Well, one can only deduce that they are protecting something. Nobody goes through so much trouble unless there is something in it for them. This is where we will pick up in the next part of our docu series.